Hey people, it's Vivo here again with game number 4 of Vitality versus Fnatic on week 2, day 1 of the LEC. So, getting into this one, obviously Selfmade was a former Fnatic player. He now plays as the jungler of Vitality, and Whippo from the top lane of Fnatic has been moved to the jungle. So, slight roster adjustments. Quite interesting how this will turn out, and especially in the draft, what's going to get targeted, what is not. So instantly a Lulu ban, quite interesting. We've seen Bwipo on a couple of junglers, Karthus, Ude. The first one I don't even remember comes to mind. So we'll see how things turn out. There's two kind of meta bans right now. There's the Shinzao ban and the Gwen ban. And casual Thresh ban, obviously. Always nice to drizzle some salt in there. Also, another ban towards the meta with Nocturne. And a Lucian ban. So, targeting Niski here. Playing Lucian a couple of games. And Akali's open. And Akali's gonna get picked. No! Disaster strikes! Or at least it will hopefully be disaster for whatever team has picked Akali. Answered with a Renekton and a Rumble. Not really sure why you would pick the Renekton first, because I think to Renekton there is a ton of answers. I don't know if Viego is the one, or if Viego is the jungle top mid flex that's gonna stand to answer, because Akali can be flex top or mid as well. Obviously, Akali not that good in the jungle. And there is an Olaf hover. I'm expecting that we have either an Olaf jungle or Olaf top lane, because Adam has shown an Olaf top lane into a Renekton already. So I wouldn't be surprised if Olaf was the answer to Renekton here in this pick and ban phase already by Adam. But here's another pick left open for Team Vitality to close out the first pick phase. It will be the Ezreal. Very strong AD carry at the moment with the Divine Sunderer. And it will be locked in. Here comes the first ban of the second ban phase for Team Vitality. Will it be towards a mid lane focus, or will they try to actually ban out, say, a Karthus for Bwipo jungle? We'll see what's going to happen here, or will they target ban kind of the bot lane? Maybe with a Kai'Sa ban or a Tristana ban. Here we go with the Tristana. The next thing left open is another ban for Fnatic. We'll see a Yuumi ban. Interesting. Also targeting the bot lane, probably another bot lane target ban, with maybe a support, say an Alistar ban, maybe Nautilus ban. Leona is open as well, so that could be something Vitality are thinking about. And here's a Kai'Sa ban. Interesting. So there's a couple options left over for Upset and Hylissang now that they can pick from, but there's still one more ban we have to go through, and it will most likely be, drumroll please, Nautilus ban. Okay, so as we can see, a very heavy ban phase, at least in the second half of the picks and bans. And here is the Leona hover. Will it be locked in though, is the question, and I think it will be. Yes, Leona Ezreal, a pretty strong comp, or a combo that you can play. Leona just holds you in place. Ezreal doesn't even have to aim his skill shots really if he's positioned well. But Crowny is not a bad AD carry, so when he will play the Ezreal, he will probably wreak some havoc, hopefully. There's the Kalista hover. Will it be locked in? No, the Braum will be locked in. And now comes the AD carry that is still left open to be picked for Fnatic. What will they show? Will they indeed show a Kalista? Will they pick something else? Probably maybe an Ashe, maybe a, say, it will be the Kalista indeed. Okay, so Team Vitality still have an answer for Akali mid or Viego mid. That is the question now that we are not sure of what is what. So the first three champions are very, very flexible. And we see the first Yone pick of the LEC. Interesting, cool, I like it a lot. And we see obviously Adam top lane with the Olaf pick, as we've seen on week 1. I don't know which day it was, but I think it was day 3, where Adam was face rolling the Renekton with the Olaf. Olaf is an absolute monster into Renekton. So we will see how this game will turn out so far. The picks and bans have been concluded, and we are soon about to hit the rift. Viego in the jungle. We'll see how Whippo will face off against Selfmade, because I think there will be a very heavy focus around the junglers in this game, obviously. Rumble has a very fast clear speed still. I'm not that sure how fast Viego is, but I think he is a little slower than the Rumble. But let's see, do we have some issues here? The draft. Since I don't have sound, I can't really tell. Zoomy camera. Okay, never mind. It looks like we had some slight issues, but Lebrov doesn't display champion, but I think it's fine. We are live now. Here we go. Fnatic versus Vitality, the quote-unquote awaited grudge match, which is not really a grudge match, but the narrative. Early in the setup, we see the Fnatic protect their bot side jungle pretty heavily. Adam is just in the top side bush of the river to protect the quote-unquote invade, which is not even happening. Both teams are playing it safe. No fancy shenanigans in the early stages of the game. Let's see where the impact is going to be. I don't think that Whippo has to play for Adam, because Adam has a pretty strong pick against the Renekton, but Selfmade might play for the top side. But this is that is the question, how things unfold, which I guess Viego will play into the Kalista, but yeah, Whippo will probably play towards the bot side a little bit more. And this is where the game begins. Here we have some stats, obviously. Whippo versus Selfmade. This is where the banter and the interesting thematics are about. Very hot topic right now. It's actually the correct phrase to use. And we see Selfmade already going for a blue buff. Might be looking for a bot gank by the looks of it. Maybe for a level 2 or level 3 bot. Well, probably is a level 3 gank then. Bot lane not doing that much. Just some back and forth skirmishing. Well, let's see what's going to happen here. Leader, a very strong mid laner as well. I think, if I recall correctly, he was put in there or from the Prime League, I believe. And let's see how well Yone fares into Akali. Adam already in a very strong position with 9 CS to nothing. Renekton not able to do anything. SLT completely outlaned, quote unquote, by the fear of a big man with an axe, or 2 axes actually. Here we see some zoomies for whatever reason, because Selfmade is trying to play into top lane. I'm not really sure, but that's what I've been saying in the first place anyway. Selfmade might play into the top side because Adam is a threat to the Renekton and he might have to relieve some pressure. But here is Whippo going for a pick onto Leader. Leader initiates with his Q. Oh no, this might spell disaster. But Adam's here too. And Adam's holding off Selfmade. So Whippo and Niski trying to get a pick onto Leader. But Leader looks to be safe. But Adam completely chasing down Selfmade. This brutal Viking with an axe absolutely face rolling the small Yordle in a rocket suit or in a robotic suit. Very well played by Fnatic. So they push Selfmade out of his jungle. They almost pick off Leader. And Bwipo just showing presence there is actually quite okay. Nothing really coming off it. Nothing too good or bad happening here. Yeah. So Rumble a little bit ahead in the CS department, but Viego gets the double scuttle and has vision on the dragon now. The dragon will spawn in the next seconds, so like 50 seconds from now. Akali into Yone. I wonder how well that works. So Adam here, completely dominating the top lane so far. Not really dominating, well, it's kind of even, but you know, Adam has already been back. I think he bought like an item or something. Or maybe I'm hallucinating already because I'm quite tired here, but it's fine. Not too much happening. Adam just zoning Renekton off his farm, trying to play kind of into a freeze. The bot lane has priority, so Bwipo might look for a lane gank here, by the looks of it, because this blue wave is about to die or crash under tower, or there might be a fight developing, and Labrov is in. Labrov is in indeed, and they try to chase down Braum, but out of nothing comes a Bwipo, and Bwipo onto Labrov. Who will get the kill? It will be Upset. Upset totally getting the money here. They're playing for Upset, obviously. Bwipo trying to get a quick initiate onto Crown Shot, but it has been denied. And Selfmade is coming in for the gank and the TP from the top lane as well. SLT or leader. No leaders coming in hot. And there will be, I imagine, Selfmade's all alone. No one is here. And Bwipo can just pick up Rumble form. And the damage of Bwipo is insane. And now he has a Yone form as well. This spells disaster for Vitality. Fnatic in the early game, decent, very, very well planned, very, very well played. Big blunder by Vitality to just run in alone. Selfmade not really paying attention, I believe, that his team wasn't there. Adam, though, in a big pinch of trouble. There's a big crocodile, which is level 6, and he is not level 6. This is not great. Oh, SLT picking up the 1-for-1 here. Now, this lane is not doomed for Olaf. I believe Olaf still has a good shot at winning this lane or beating this crocodile and turning him into a purse. But Niski here to pick up the farm, leader getting the crash on the mid tower. Here we see the play again. Upset and Hilly definitely playing like they usually will play. Here comes the initiate by Labrov, and out of nowhere, as mentioned, comes Bwipo, picking up the kill onto Labrov, is given to Upset. He just rends and the Leona dies. Here comes Selfmade, and this is the timing that I was talking about. Like, Crown Shot is way off. Selfmade is all the way up, and Crowny is not even here. Either miscommunication or something, and now comes leader. So the timing of this gank, or of this counterplay, is completely put off. Totally out the window. But now we see the setup for the dragon. Vitality trying to get some vision done, but Fnatic obviously contesting the vision. And here we are now in this situation where the Drake is most likely to go into Fnatic's favor, but Selfmade is still around, and Hilly is all alone here. If Hilly, oh god, Hilly dies here. Does Hilly dies here? He doesn't die here? Oh, but Bwipo, what is happening? This is so weird. There's 4 people here now. Niski is rotating from the backside of Pit, but Hilly was way too deep there in the enemy jungle, which he got just chunked, and now the dragon goes over to Vitality. So complete twist of events here by mispositioning of Hilly here, or Hillisang. A little bit too deep, and this is what happens if you go a little too deep into the enemy's jungle, that is. And then you get just chunked out, and then you can't really contest the dragon anymore. But on the other hand, it's a play for Fnatic's bot lane, so no harm, no foul. The dragon is the Ocean Dragon. Next one will be Infernal in 4:20 something time. So it will be either Cloud Soul or Mountain Soul, which Mountain Soul or Cloud Soul is kind of meh. Mountain Soul would be a burner. Would be kind of dope. But we'll have to wait another couple of minutes until we see that happen. We haven't seen the first Herald player yet. Adam and the Crocodile battling it out in top lane. Crowny going for the reset here or not. No, he's staying. So they thought he reset. That's why they were pushing in now, I believe. And try to get the crash on the tower so they can reset. Or is Upset even continuing to get some plates? He is indeed. And in the mid lane, Niski ahead in farm, but that may be due to the cause that Leader died in bot lane. So Niski is up a little bit in CS, like 10 minions or so. Well, it's going to be more right now, which means more gold for him. And that way also more experience. Not necessarily experience, but you know what I mean. And Whippo giving blue buff over to Niski, which doesn't really help him with the mana regeneration, obviously, since it's an energy based champion, but he can get some more cooldowns quicker. Now Whippo setting up for a Herald play. There's obviously vision on the Herald from Fnatic side. There's no vision from Vitality, but they don't know that, so they will just try to go for a play here. And Leader is trying to pick off Hylissang here with an E running all the way after this big man with a shield and a mustache. Niski helped out with the Herald a little bit, I believe, and the Herald goes over to Fnatic, and here comes an initiate from Niski, trying to pick off the Yone here. Perfect execution has been used, or ultimate has been burned, so is Yone's. And Braum is still in the whereabouts, so he's just trying to zone here. He's matching Labrov, kind of. And Selfmade just continuing to jungle and jungle and jungle and get himself back into the game, kind of. He is, I think, kind of even with Whippo right now, because Whippo has a kill, but he's behind a little bit in farm. And yeah, that's what it is. I moved the mouse, so now we have some stuff here that we can look at. And here's another initiate. Labrov caught out of position. Labrov will die here. Whippo picking up the spirit here. This is some Viego plays, and now here comes the next spirit. Renekton TP's in. Whippo doesn't die, and Adam matched the TP, and this is just another disaster play for Vitality. Overcommitted, and Fnatic just capitalizes, and Viego coming in clutch with stealing the forms of the other champions with his passive / ultimate, and just gets the plays going. And Fnatic is ahead big time now. Like, for 10 minutes being ahead about 3.5k gold or 3.3k, whatever, is kind of huge. And it also depends on where the gold is at. Akali has 2 kills right now. So Hilly is clearing some vision here. Here comes Niski and Whippo. Vitality know this, but they still try to go for an engage, and they just get completely caught out of position because Leader and Labrov cannot do anything here. Selfmade now alone on this island cannot do anything as well. And Crowny and SLT are just, yeah, they are there, but they can't do anything. And that's why just everyone dies, and the crocodile gets turned into a purse. And this is a big lead for Fnatic. If they can keep this lead up and push this pressure through any of the side lanes, or keep this pressure up into objective plays, then this will be huge. Hilly onto Leader. Leader getting slapped by a big man with a chair. Will it be the ultimate from Hilly? No, he just zones him off. And Whippo just takes the Grump, and probably will rotate into Dragon, because Dragon is just about to spawn. It just spawned, and Whippo will go for the Dragon here. Adam now versus Selfmade. They try to get the crash of the minions under tower. There's not that many minions, at least I don't know how many minions is there, but Adam will lose a bunch of CS here, but I think it was like 6-7 minions that Adam is going to lose out on. But overall, Adam will still be able to match Croc. He has his mythic item available, the Stridebreaker. So Olaf also will have a gap closer, and not only a ultimate tool to run in. The tier 2 tower at minute 13 is gone, and Upset chasing down this Yone here, dealing tons of damage. Leader can't do anything. Well, Leader actually... Okay. Well, Leader dies. Oh no. But will Fnatic be punished for it? But Whippo's here and Niski is here. Okay, this is a good play by Fnatic. It is I don't know if you would call this greedy, but Fnatic just know how strong they are right now, and I think Leader had no other choice. Well, it depends. Leader might have had another choice, but here comes Adam, and Adam is onto Selfmade, and he bonks him with his axes absolutely into oblivion. He will kill Labrov as well if everything. Oh wow, Ezreal with the Q gets the red buff, and Adam and Niski, and here comes Leader, but Leader picks up Adam. So Niski's now alone versus 3 people, so this is at least decent because Yon or Leader gets a little bit of gold back. Because it's already so far behind, like 40 CS behind. This is insane. He can't do anything against this Akali anymore. Akali on her way to... Excuse me. Sorry. On her way to the Riftmaker. Probably getting it on this reset here. And the top tower will be raised. Vitality tried to defend it. But Fnatic are gonna back off here, hopefully. Well, Crowny is here too, and this is, yeah. Okay. Whippo's here. Whippo. Okay, Whippo can't do anything here. Well, Vitality can't do anything here because Whippo showed up, and they have to respect that they're pretty strong and fed right now. So, yeah, that is why the tier 1 tower in top lane gets raised by Fnatic. Topside jungle for Whippo is up though, so yeah, he's moving back into his jungle, trying to get his camps back. Ski trading a little back and forth with Leader? No, okay. Adam taking what is his. And now we see that that Whippo actually caught up a little bit in farm onto Selfmade. Even though Selfmade is power clearing his heart out, he tries to get as much CS back as he can, so he can at least stay somewhat in the game. But I think that this game, with a 6k gold difference almost, or 5.5, that looks pretty over to me. Like, if Fnatic can keep their tempo, Akali's pushing side lanes now, so that looks pretty good to me. About still 30 CS ahead of Leader. So Leader not really in the best shape in this game as of now. Actually, no one really, because if Ezreal were to match Kalista, Kalista probably would rent him into absolute oblivion. The second Herald goes over to Fnatic as well. Picked up by Whippo here. Since they have all the pressure in the world in mid lane and top lane, they can just go for Herald and just take it for free, basically, which is very good for Fnatic to even further push their lead. The next dragon is in 1 minute, and it will be indeed a Mountain Soul. So this is going to be an interesting turn of events here, because Mountain Soul has not been seen for quite some games yet. I'm sorry. I'm constantly yawning left, right, and center because I'm somewhat, I don't know, maybe I'm not used to talking that much anymore. Oh, well, here's the setup for the dragon. Vitality obviously try to contest this, or will try to contest this to at least get somewhat back in the game. But first of all, they have to clear the vision. Here comes a Rumble. Old Upset can still ulti Hilly, but he's rooted and Hilly's dead. Never mind, Hilly's not dead. I'm stupid. Upset died. Upset died, and now Labrov died, and SLT died as well. And here comes the raise of the middle tier 1 turret with the Herald, which will turn, most likely, into the dragon as well. Because Leader cannot do anything, Crowny can't do anything right now, but he's about to finish his Mana Mune, or Muramana, and he also has Divine Sunderer, so Ezreal is not to be unexpected. The damage of this dude is quite insane. So here we see the fight again. Upset is not able to ulti Hilly here. Hilly uses stopwatch. They try to commit onto Labrov. Labrov just dies, and Upset just gets shot down by Ezreal and the Crocodile with a stun. And now the Croc gets run over by pretty much everyone, which, as mentioned, Mountain Dragon over to the side of Fnatic, which means second dragon for Fnatic. Now we see the mid laners on the side lanes again to try and get as much farm or as much pressure going as humanly possible. There's no reason to do so at the moment though, because there is jungle camps about to respawn, and it doesn't help you that much, I believe, to just perma push the side lanes unless you want to play for an objective, and the next objective is Baron in 50 seconds. While I talk all of this nonsense, Hilly just dies somehow, and SLT dies as well, so it was a 1-for-1 trade, which is kind of okay. Whippo, on the other hand, has caught up in farm massively, so Selfmade is falling further and further behind, I believe. He has now 4 Dark Shield stacks, which is not too big, and Akali is on 7 Magi stacks. So Akali is trying, or Niski is trying to get absolutely massive in this game. By the looks of it, they are still massive, because there's 6.3k gold ahead. They're establishing every lead they can right now. Fnatic are all over the map. They try to get every little advantage they can. They've taken jungle camps of the enemy. They've taken dragons. They've contested all sorts of vision. They're taking side lanes, and all of the side lane pressure evolves into even more objectives. It's kind of insane. But Selfmade now trying to make something happen into mid lane, but no one is in mid lane. The only objective that is of interest right now will be the Baron, or in 3 minutes time, it will be the Mountain Dragon. So here, Selfmade tried to get into upset, but Hilly is here with his big chair. And here comes Leader, but he is under tower, almost dies for it. Whippo flashing after him, pretty aggressive play, but here comes the teleport by SLT. Upset and Hilly out of position here. Hilly actually dies. Adam and the crew trying to kill the Croc. The Croc dies. Whippo stepping into the form of the crocodile, trying to kill Labrov, and Labrov dies as well. And on the other hand, Niski completely shuts down Ezreal. And he's also on the chase for Selfmade right now. So will Niski get Selfmade? No, he won't. He just backs off. He lets him live. And this will be the Baron for Fnatic. So the lead is even bigger right now. Hilly traded for a Crocodile Leader and Labrov. And Crownshot dies to Niski. So Niski now still has a functioning stopwatch and 11 Magi stacks. I think this game's fair to say pretty much over, and here we see a quick recap, because Upset and Hilly are in mid lane alone. Here comes the TP from SLT. Absolutely huge damage block by Hilly. Here comes Leader, takes a huge chunk of damage and has to back off. The flash from Whippo quite aggressively. Here comes the ultimate, kills Hylissang though, and Upset just stopwatches just in time so he doesn't die. And on the side flank, SLT's just getting wrecked by Whippo and by Adam. And now Labrov jumps in to help out. Niski on the flank also killing Crownshot. And this is just an absolute mess that's occurring in in this part of the map. So Fnatic with 10 kills ahead and about 10k gold ahead at minute 21. With Baron now, they try to go for a big push here. Olaf on the side lane now, with huge push potential with his axes, pushes lanes quite fast actually, and Upset in the mid lane, trying to generate as much pressure as they can. So Olaf top lane for in mid lane, and SLT has to make a kind of desperate play, but Niski trying to go in for the kill, but stopwatch is just in time, and he what is happening? The damage is just insane. Kalista and the Akali damage is just busted beyond belief in this game, but this is maybe due to that Kalista has about 10 kills. Hilly gets saved by the Kalista ult. Kalista has a functioning Guardian Angel. At minute 22, he is so fed. He's almost obese. It's insane. And to try to raise this tower, might also try to make a purse out of this crocodile, cutting him down. Insane damage by Viego and Kalista. Hilly dies though. Whippo is killed under tower. Took a little bit of too much tower aggro, as it seems like, and this is what Vitality brought a little bit back, because there was some shutdown money, I believe, on Niski, but there's still a ton of gold on Adam and the Upset here. So top tower tier 2 is raised by Adam. Here we take a quick look at this initiate. Again, Niski's just around the corner. He jumps onto Selfmade like a madman, tries to kill him outright, but he doesn't die, and he just stopwatches. So stopwatch traded for stopwatch, and the whole gang arrives. Whippo's here, Upset's here, Hilly's here, and here comes the damage. And Niski gets shot down by Ezreal, because Ezreal damage is also not to be trifled with at this point. Leader has to ult away to safety. Kalista almost kills him with the rend here. Kind of insane. And now the dragon is up and running. Upset going for the solo bolo on the dragon. Mid lane pressure applied by Akali. Upset probably pushing up bot lane, so no one can contest this dragon. Everything is set in stone. This is the third dragon for Fnatic, and they still have Baron up for a couple of seconds. Like 15 seconds, and they can still apply bot pressure if they want. And SLT is pushed up, which could mean the death of the Crocodile yet again. I'm not really sure why he pushed up, because he should have realized that this was an option, because mid lane was pushed in and bot lane was coming towards him. So he maybe should have played to kind of freeze the wave, I feel like, and at least get somewhat back into the game. And 3 people on the top side by Vitality, and Fnatic will still continue their push in the bot lane. Maybe try to look for a tower or not. 11k gold ahead almost. It's insane. Fnatic is so huge in the lead. They can do literally anything. As long as they don't die, they win the game. Vitality cannot contest anything right now. In 2 minutes time, 2 minutes 20, there will be a Baron spawn, and I don't think Vitality can answer any of Fnatic's damage at this point. The Viego is absolutely huge with Shield Bow, Mortal Reminder to counter all the healing that is on Vitality's side. The Riftmaker stopwatch Magi is completed on Akali. Kalista, Bloodthirster, Shield Bow, Guardian Angel, Phantom Dancer, 255 farm. This is insanity, guys. This is kind of crippling for Fnatic. They have no space to breathe. So, oh my god, this is a banger of a game, actually. A very well executed game by Fnatic. I mean, there might have been some hiccups here and there, which I did or did not catch, but Fnatic overall is showing a very stellar performance against their opponents here. Trying to look for some more vision or information on where Vitality is, so they maybe can pick one off before the Baron starts, before Baron even starts, so they can get an advantage there. And topside Fnatic has a little bit of vision, but Baron has not been played around for at all. And Bwipo going in, he's immediately locked down by some CC from Leona, and here goes the fight to hell. Nisqy in the backline, self-made, absolutely shredded by Adam and Akali. Akali trying to look for the pick onto Ezreal. Will Nisqy get it? This Akali has a ton of damage, but Ezreal as well, not to be messed with. But he gets out. Overall, Crown Shot also still a performance. Only died once, and he is still a huge threat. So if Fnatic mess up their team fight a little bit, they're 12k gold ahead, by the way. So it begs to question if they can even mess up, and it makes a difference. But Ezreal has a ton of damage right now. Muramana completed, also anti-healing with Divine Sundra. Nisqy pushing the bot lane in a little bit, and now they will probably look for vision and set up for Baron. So here we see a quick recap of the fight again. Bwipo on the side gets completely shut down by Leona, absolutely outplayed. Upset here, trying to pick off on Labrov. Labrov. Adam absolutely smashing Labrov to pieces, and Nisqy in the backline wreaking absolute havoc. Ezreal, though, very mobile. Not to be understated how mobile this champ is with his E, and he also used flash there to get out to safety. Otherwise, he would have probably died. Kalista with 4k damage is kind of ridiculous, but yeah. Fnatic are definitely in the driver's seat. I don't really know what I can talk about that will make a difference. But just look at the farming numbers. I mean, Olaf is 40 CS ahead. Bwipo is even with Rumble now. Akali is ahead by 20 CS and has 2 kills more. Kalista is 12-1 with 280 farm. This AD carry. She's even... So Upset's also going for the Warden's Mail. I think it's called the Warden's Mail. So he reduces the crit damage of Vitality's side a little bit, because Yone crits like a madman, and Ezreal might crit as well, or at least for some bit. Not that much though, but mostly the Yone. So the Baron setup begins, and there's 30 seconds time Mountain Soul. So we will see what Fnatic put their focus on, lay their focus on. They're still 12k gold ahead. This game is absolute stomp. But at this point in the game, if Vitality kill Fnatic once or ace them once, it could mean not game, but it would enable Vitality to come back into the game. As mentioned, Ezreal is still a huge threat, and there's 5 people of Vitality in the mid lane or close to, and we see Fnatic go for the dragon. They still look for the dragon, but Bwipo honestly could just do it alone if Vitality rotate to Baron, and they will. So Bwipo will just solo the dragon, and here goes the bait setup. But Fnatic has vision on Baron, so when they have vision, they know, but Adam for some reason runs to the top side, gets absolutely collapsed on. Nothing's happening. There's 4 wards here. Why? Why is there 4 wards? And leader going in, but he doesn't get anything done because the damage isn't there. Upset with Hilly and the death of Labrov. Okay, and here comes Bwipo. Bwipo with the steal of the body going in, absolutely collapsing onto Vitality now, and they're just clapping him with their wallets right now. Their wallets are so big that they probably weigh like 10 kilos or something. And they absolutely stomp them. So Vitality, no inch given, no centimeter, no meter at all, not a millimeter on the rift is allowed for Vitality to be taken in this game right now. The only one left alive is Crowny, who I beg to question that he can save this game. Fnatic just go for the end. They just push for the victory here. They will probably get it. They attack the Nexus. This is GG. Very well played, Fnatic. Stellar performance by everyone. This was an insanely well played game. Absolutely well done. GG's to Fnatic. Jungle gapped. Probably. No, that's a sour joke, but... Overall, quick sum up of the game. Fnatic played very well in the early game, and they were able to keep their early game tempo. And that was key, because the tempo that they had never stopped, and they just keep rolling like an everlasting avalanche. And then they just rolled over Vitality and just crushed them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. I know I had fun. Fnatic probably had too. And the next game, as we saw before, will be G2 versus Astralis. This will be the last game of day 1, week 2. And I'll see you guys there, I guess.